What up, folks? I am Ultrazilla, and today we have a review of the Grimdragon. That's right, my Zillions, it's back. The Ready Player One Mechagodzilla is back in a brand new color scheme with brand new accessories. Look at this, and it's in a box this time. I know the first one had boxes, like I think it was on the second production run. I never got a box. I got it in the first production run of that first one, and that was it. So I'm really happy to get a box because I gotta say, the box is pretty nice. I like how the tail kind of comes over here of the Grimdragon. So that's pretty cool. Grimdragon was the first one. Ready Player One Mechagodzilla was like one of my tops of last year. So I'm really looking forward to checking this one out as well because this color scheme looked even better to me. I gotta say, it's very, very interesting looking. Yeah. And I like the box, so I'm very happy about that. So without any also, I got this on AliExpress. Let's just get that out of the way. AliExpress. Don't ask me what, particular retailer I went with. I'm not gonna remember, and I'm not gonna look it up. It's AliExpress. It's a gamble either way. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. And here's the Grimdragon out of the package, and it looks really cool, guys. I love it. I love the first one, but man, these colors really pop. Now, obviously, he doesn't have any of the accoutrements on him right now, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the articulation, and there's something surprising here, but let's start at the top. First, the mouth opens. The head does turn, but little tight. Like, if you recall my first review, there was a lot of tightness on that figure. A little bit less so on this figure, which is good. The upper body moves just a bit. I'm going to almost call it no articulation. Now, what's better is the shoulders. The shoulders move very nicely on this one, and my first one was very not nice there. So you got some nice range of motion there. That's very good. Then you can swivel right there. See that? And then you have this hinge where you could go all the way back at the elbow, and you could really just see the whole joint there. You do have a nice hinge here at the wrist, which works well, and you can swivel that around. The legs can move in and out just a bit. Go forward, go back. This is also a lot, more free moving than the original, which is welcome. Then you have a hinge here and there. And then at the foot as well. You have, some rocking action here. So you can turn it a bit. So, yeah, it's all right. Now, this was really good. That wasn't the surprising thing. The surprising thing on this figure, they completely changed the tail. It's the same sculpt from what I was able to see, but they totally articulated it. First up, it's on a big ball joint here, which I wish they would have reworked that a little bit, because the way it pops in there is it just creates a weird shape. And now it's fully articulated. They went all, you know what? That came out, and that's actually probably better. So I can just show you. They totally, fully articulated this tail. And that is completely different from the original one, at least the original one I got. So I don't know when this came into being, this tail, in what version. It could have been, a separate version of that first one, but that is an incredibly articulated tail. And here's the first one. And the first one just had, that joint and then one there. And that was it. That was the full extent of the articulation for the tail. And now you have a fully articulated tail for this version. And that is incredible. So let's take a look at this guy straight up without any of his accessories first. I mean, it looks awesome. If you haven't seen this mold, it is fantastic. And this new paint job and this gunmetal looks amazing. He's got a G15 there, a U2 rattle and hum right there, a big star there, some other things there, little circles. That's all new stuff, and it just looks good. There's a lot of really cool details here. I really like this light color going here, like this kind of light gray blue, which is really, really nice. And then you got the little red accents there. Very nicely done. The whole bottom here is really well sculpted. I really like this piece. I'm just starting over here, I guess. I don't know. And the tail looks awesome. You know, we looked at the tail and articulation, but what a nice looking tail. Again, you got the two-tone here. Looks fantastic. The dorsal fins done in the silver look great as well. I really, really like it a lot. So beautiful sculpt on the tail. And keeping on going here, this is very similar to this, but a little bit different. I really like that dark gray and with the red dots. A nice detail on the back. The dorsal fins, I'm realizing, are different here than they were originally. Much more blunt on this one, like very haphazardly done. You know, not cut quite nicely for whatever reason, you know, compared to the original one, which we will bring in because we'll just do it like this. As you can see, you got a lot more sharp edges on this one than you do here. Basically the same shape, but they didn't bother to cut it quite as nice, which is a bummer because, you know, that's one of the cooler things about that original one was, you know, the dorsal fins were really nicely done, and these are quite not nicely done, you know. I mean, they're not terrible, but they just look a little bland, you know what I'm saying? Up here, the dorsal fins are looking okay. I would probably say you got the same thing going on there. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Then, as you see, we got this wiring here, which looks really nice in silver. Again, lots of nice gunmetal there on his neck. You do get the lighter color here with the red. You get this grill here, very, you know, standard Mechagodzilla, and it looks awesome. I love how this is dry brushed back here. Beautifully done. Very, very nice. Same thing with the chest. Looks awesome. Again, we saw that. But look at all that work in there. Very well done. I really like it a lot. Even going underneath his arms, you got work, which looks really good. And that kind of detail continues here on the legs with this big piece, which looks fantastic. Again, you got that, you know, gray-blue, the gunmetal, brushed work, nice. That red in the middle, painted back here. Man. Silver here, reds, more silvers. Look at all the different colors. This. The knees, really nice sculpt there, beautifully done. Look at the little silver in there. That looks fantastic. That blue-gray again is present with more silver, more gunmetal, beautiful sculpt on the feet. I really, really like this a lot. Look at the feet, man. Look at the feet. Those toes look great. The sides look awesome, beautifully sculpted and painted. Both sides. They just look so awesome. Guys, this is so good. The first one was really good, but man, the paint job on this is really blowing that one away. Again, you got the U2 on the shoulder, red at the edge, beautiful sculpt, more paint here. The arms here with the wiring looks great. The wiring isn't completely painted all the way to the edge. I'm gonna let that go in light of like all this other work that's done here. It's just so good. You got this yellow and black, you know, warning sticker here, which looks really awesome. It's like a sticker, it's like a tampo, so that's pretty cool. The hands look nice. Nice brushwork on the hands. Very well done. Looks like he's wearing gloves, actually. I like that. I have no problem with that. I even like how these look here. That looks really cool. So, yeah, the wiring there looks really nice. Yeah, good stuff. It's good stuff. It really, really is. There's nothing wrong with any of this. And the head sculpt. Teeth look really good. Very nicely done there. I like him. Jaw looks pretty nice too. All keeping on that motif. Top piece here looks awesome. Love his nose. Really well sculpted. The eyes look really good. I love the red that they use, man. Very dark. Ominous. That red there for the eyes. Beautiful. I think this is great, guys. I really do. I really love this Mechagodzilla design, and it just looks so great in these colors. Before we get to the accessories, let's just look at these guys side by side one time here, because it's really, really cool. What they did, man. Like, again, I really like his dorsal fins better, the way they did that here. But overall, I like this paint job more. It's just so cool, and it's more original. And I think that, like, this is Mechagodzilla from Ready Player One, and this is Grimdragon to me, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Is his teeth sharper? I don't know. The head looks a little bit different to me. I think it's just a paint job. But yeah, this is fantastic. They're both really, really good. So for accessories, first up, you get 2 hands here, extra hands with the fingers outsplayed. This is so, you know, he could be shooting at his fingers. Classic Mechagodzilla. Really well done. Beautiful sculpt and paint. And also for his hand, you get a drill here, very Kiryu. Again, beautifully painted and sculpted. This is very cool. So if you want to see that, pop that out. And you get this kind of ball here. And you pop that in like so. You do need heat that first time and maybe even that second time. But that's how that looks. I'm probably not going to use that on display at all. But it's an option. Next up, you get 2 shoulder cannons. These are pretty cool too. Again, gunmetal and silver there. Really nice sculpt. You didn't get these in the first one. What we got in the first one were just 2 like missiles that went on his shoulders, which was very, very, very bland. I hated how that looked. But these look way better. So you saw that they have a hole, and you pop it into his shoulder at that peg, like so. And that looks cool. That really does. That already adds, you know, a lot to this guy. I'm really digging that. I do have a little bit of looseness in his legs, I do have to say. And it's also because his tail doesn't come all the way down like the original one does. It does, but I mean, it doesn't hold as good as the other one, because the other one was pretty solid. Then we get 2 forearm cannons. These are awesome. Look at that. This one has a little bit more paint than this one, but they're both very cool. See, that has more little brushwork on, have a little silver brushwork, and that one kind of just doesn't. As far as which way to put them on, doesn't really matter. They're basically the same exact thing. So I'm going to take the forearm, put it like that. Put that around his wrist. And that's basically it. Just kind of clips on here, and the rest is just like friction based, you know? So, not bad. Not bad, not bad. And for those two, and we'll keep it here, we got some really ugly, only ugly things here. Missiles to fire out. I mean, it's cool that they did it, but the paint is pretty terrible. First up, you get very glossy red, like bottle rockets here, or something else. I don't know. And then, I mean, the whole thing is obviously red, and then there's like a really... It probably was white and it turned pink because they probably painted it when it was still wet, so it looks kind of pink. I don't know. But it's not very well done. I get the idea they're going for, I think. Like a cloudy trail that, you know, is all like dirty-ish. But it just doesn't look good. I would probably paint these over, maybe do another coat of white on this. Because it doesn't look so hot, you know. So you got one for these down here. And then one for the top one. So that's all you get. You get 1 and 1. It's fine. I wished it was more, but it's fine, you know. I'm good with it. It looks cool when it's on him. I really do like it. And in total, I just like everything they give you here. It really adds to the value of this guy. It just makes it so much more than the original version, I think. So I really dig it a lot. And for some size comparisons, here's Grimdragon with a bunch of other figures you might have in your collection. And my final thoughts, this thing is awesome. I love it. I really do. This paint job is phenomenal. It gives it such a unique vibe in the, you know, breadth of Mechagodzillas out there. This one is just so unique. Dare I say, it's its own thing, you know what I'm saying? It is the Grimdragon, and I like that a lot. You know, I got my Ready Player One Mechagodzilla with the first one. Now this is the Grimdragon, with all these new accessories, which are great. Yeah, the missiles are a bit of a mess paint-wise, but they work, they're functional, they look good on them. I think it's a very cool piece all around. This new tail is really great. You know, it's got some other faults, but it's awesome. You know, like, yes, the dorsal fins are a little messed up. The one of the legs is a little bit loose, but I can deal with all that. I mean, it is what it is. It's not an official toy. It's a third-party thing, but it's fantastic. It really is. I really, really like this. Once again, I got this on AliExpress. It's gonna run you, I believe this was about $65, which was a jump in price from that first one, which I think was $45 from I remember correctly. But you know what? It's well worth it. It's a heavy piece, very heavy. That's what I like about this. It's really a nice, chunky, solid Mechagodzilla, and I love that. So there you go, guys. That's my review. It's a great one. I recommend it, honestly. I do. And there you have it. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Until next time, peace out.